Hi, I'm Mark and I'm the author of iAdventure Books. Our goal is to design a book app for both Android and iOS that allows children to choose what happens in the story. Basically, when someone reads a story to you, it's like a passive experience. But when you let children think critically about what action they want to take and where they want the story to go, we are actually empowering them and turning them into active readers. These were originally bedtime stories that I made up for my nieces, and when they continued to ask for them even after I was halfway across the world, I put them down on paper and they ended up looking something like this. Each one of these will be a separate page and each one will have its own illustration, which Andy will have to draw, and so I'm really grateful for him. So far I've written 3 stories. The first one is called The Rainbow Stone. This one is the most basic one of all of them. There are different paths that the reader can take, but they all end up leading to the same goal, which is to recover the Rainbow Stone. The second one, The Froggy, the Witch, and the Hero. This allows the reader to choose which character they want to be at the beginning of the story, and then each one has a separate storyline. So if you look here, they can choose to go into the witch's house, the frog's side, or the castle. If they go here, the book is finished. And each one, the stories kind of overlap, but they're all 3 separate stories. Each one has different endings and ways to go. But the one I'm working on now is called Who Stole the Cookie from the Cookie Jar? This is like a mystery story, and the ending will completely change and who the thief is based on which path the reader takes at the beginning of the story. So if you look here, they can follow the footsteps out the back door, which I think leads to your friend, examine the feather by the open window. I think they have a choice of which birds they can choose to turn into. They can follow the line of ants, and hopefully they can turn into an ant and learn about ants. And so I think this would be really cool because they can also learn stuff as well while doing this. While these stories are exciting and parents can read them with their children, what I really like is that young children will be able to read these alone. By choosing a certain option, a voice will recite the story to them, and as they speak, each word will light up which could help improve your children's sight word recognition ability. So for instance, they would click it and it would go to this page, and a voice would say, "Your mother says, I think you can find clues if you look for them." And so basically, it's kind of like a game, but something is reading to them, and they can actually pay attention and hopefully learn some words as well. With Andy's drawings and your assistance, I truly believe that we can change how young children these days view reading. And hopefully you can even compare with the games and videos that are so fascinating to them on their phones and tablets, and we can instill in them a love for reading that could last their entire lifetime. Thank you.
Hi guys, I just wanted to introduce some of the images that will be going into this first book, The Rainbow Stone, that Mark and I are working on. This image that you're looking at is actually the very first image of the story, where your mother tucks you into bed, a light comes on in your closets, and you have the choice. Do you want to go look in the closets or stay in bed? One of the main things with the story that I wanted to do was not only keep it very colorful so that it attracts, so your child is very attracted to it, but also associate the text in areas of the image that you would be going to explore throughout the adventure. So if you want to stay in bed, you can stay in bed and close your eyes. If you want to go to the closet, then you could go to the closets. This image is sort of the home page of the Rainbow Stone, where once you get to this hill, you have the choice of 3 different areas that you want to go. So do you want to go to the forest to explore, do you want to go to the lake to explore, or do you want to go to the desert to explore? On each one of these, I wanted to keep them sort of color coordinated with the atmosphere of those areas. So this third image is an example of if you go to the lake, you meet this girl who can help you swim underwater. She's sort of a mermaid, but she can also stand on land, so I gave her legs. And you go swimming with her, you end up getting the choice. Do you want to look into this bag that you find on the seafloor, or do you want to continue swimming around? This fourth image is an example of if you go to the forest. So this is right when you get to the edge of the forest. You sort of hear these animals that are moving around, except we won't have audio, so I kind of drew in some hidden areas, hidden imagery of animals that sort of intrigue you. If you want to chase after the animals, then you can do that. Or if you want to continue exploring through the forest, then you can continue doing that. So these are some examples of the imagery that you'll see in the book. Hope you like them. Thanks.